Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, where every single Monday morning I post a video going through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. We also do cover any big Pokemon related news that's actually worth covering. We do that also on following Fridays. And we do got to give thanks to our video sponsor today real quick, and that is Platinum Protectors. As you guys know, I really try to get us good sponsors that bring you guys some value, and that's what we got with Platinum Protectors today. If you guys are in the market for any type of cases, we're talking booster box cases, ETBs, Japanese booster boxes. They got like Lorcana. They literally got everything. They got action figures, comic books, die-cast, Funko Pops, movie box, trading cards, video games. It's wild how many different products they actually have. But I love how they have the more expensive ones, like the more deluxe, thicker ones with the magnetic tops. They got the nice, cheaper ones too. I mean, you can get some for the Charizard UPC. You can get a 10-pack for $41.98. And then on top of all that, I scored us 15% off your entire order. Just got to use the code PokeBeard at checkout. But this is only good until the end of August. Now, I am trying to get us something for September too, but it is definitely not going to be 15% off. So definitely check it out. The links are in the description. All right, starting off with some Pokemon news. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this. I've seen multiple articles on this, but I guess Netflix is making a live action Pokemon series. I guess it's still moving forward. So they don't have a ton of information on it yet. So it's never really a guarantee with shows and movies like that too. They can cancel them at any time. Otherwise, there really is not a ton else going on since, the last following Friday. All we got really is this Black Kyurem card from the new Paradise Dragona set. It's good to see another very, very popular legendary Pokemon in the set. And then for Surging Sparks, all the pre-orders are now up on the Pokemon Center website. I did order a case of the Pokemon Center ETBs, which is just 4. They got the booster bundle too and the booster box. Do not order the booster box on Pokemon Center. It's $161. But all right, let's get to some prices. The 151 UPC still climbing. Last sold 127, 127, 127. But we also have 143, 143, 143, 142 the day before. So a lot of sales there, like a ton of sales in the 140s, which is getting up there for the 151 UPC. It's not even very old at all. Next, the booster bundle's getting back up to 50. It just keeps going up and down. The binder collection is now at 41. The Alakazam's at 38. The mini tin display, there's just 1 or 2 sales close to that $200 now. 190, 192, 190, 190. So that's getting closer and closer to that $200 mark. But otherwise, I think just the ETB is going up still. Looks like it's in the mid 70s now. Last sold 73, 65. Someone got 2 at 76.50, 75, 75. So getting close to that $80 mark. And then we got to check the Pokemon Center ETB. I forgot to click on that. But the Pokemon Center ETB is coming up. We got to sell at 139 and 149. Looks like 149 is the highest sale, but that was just a couple days ago. All right, next we got Crown Zenith. Here's that Sea and Sky Premium Collection. We're going to check that out. Should be dropping, got up to $86. Last sold 70, 65, 65, 75, couple 80s. Yeah, that one went pretty quick. Shot up very, very fast. Otherwise, not a ton else is moving for Crown Zenith, especially from, last week. I did notice one of the international tins is right around $32, which is funny because I feel like this is the worst promo. Last sold 33, 33, 25, 25, 50, 30. I feel like not a lot of people know that this one, the actual Moltres, this promo is done by the same artist that did Giratina, Magikarp, the Magneton. I always felt like this one should be way more expensive, but yeah, it's not. Last sold 26, 27, 27. I keep finding the international tins in my Walmarts and Targets, but I have so many of the other ones, and it comes with an extra pack, that I've just been trying to get those. Once I see all 3 of them there in the international tins, then I'll grab the whole set. It's just going to bug me if I just have a couple random international ones and it's not a completed set. Next, we got Celebrations. The UPC is starting to climb back up. Got down to 330. Last sold, someone got 2 at 347, 345, 330, 335, 334, 349, couple 329s. But yeah, almost back to 350 there with those last few sales. Then we got the Pokemon Center Celebrations ETB coming up. Was 100. Last sold 104, 104, 125, 104, 104, 102, 102. I don't get these random super high sales. It's either someone's trying to hype the box up or somebody just does not care and they just bought, I don't know, the most expensive box. Makes no sense. Next, we got Evolving Skies. Checking the booster box. We got a ton of those lull sales again where they're not marking that they're loose packs. But we do have a sale here at $720. Then we got 473, 473, 473, all not marked as loose packs. It says unopened, which is going to actually affect the price on TCG Player. But if people look, they can tell. Otherwise, they got a 689, 687, 689. There's some loose packs there. 640 with a picture. 475, 700, 709. Yeah, this thing just keeps going between like $600 to $700. And I'm sorry if I do sound a little off. I kind of have a cold right now. And the regular ETBs are moving up in price. This is the Umbreon one. Last sold 132, 143, 150, 140, 165 with a picture. 138, 140, 165. I highly suggest nobody buy boxes you're trying to keep sealed on TCG Player. They will come dinged up or like little holes, stuff like that. It's almost never going to be perfect. It's wild. I always like to see pictures, especially if I'm paying $150 for an ETB. I want crazy pictures of that box. That's probably why the one with pictures sold for so much more. And we got to check the other ETB. This is the Espeon one, which in my opinion, Espeon is better than Umbreon. Yeah, I said it. Last sold 127, 135, 130, 126, 127, 140. But not moving a ton. But it's just nice to see having a few sales there in the 130s, 140s. I'm going to check the sleeve booster pack. I forgot to click on that. That's coming down a couple dollars actually. It was 26, last sold 24, 23, 22, 21, 21. Someone bought 20 of them at 23. Someone got 9 at 19. That's not too bad. All right, we are hopping to the Pokemon Center. Just checking booster boxes real quick. Silver Tempest still in stock. Twilight Masquerade, which we got some crazy news about the Twilight Masquerade booster box. And Surging Sparks, but like I said, do not order that from the Pokemon Center website. Next, checking the Pokemon Center ETBs. We got Astral Radiance, Lost Origin. I just got a case of that in. Brilliant Stars, Surging Sparks. Just pre-ordered a case of that. And Shrouded Fable is in stock on the Pokemon Center website. This was super expensive, like $100-something on the secondary market with a few sales. All right, next we got the Twilight Masquerade booster box. Almost as expensive as Paldea Evolved. Like literally $2-3 less, which is wild because this is the newest set and we're for sure going to get a reprint of this like heavy. But whatever, I like to see anything moving in the market. It's always good. But yeah, the most expensive sale, someone got 4 of them at $135. Yeah, no, someone got one at $139. That's the most expensive on the 22nd. All right, next, we got the few Sword and Shield booster boxes that are just going up. It's just up and down for these guys. Lost Origin, battling back a little bit. Last sold 215, 215, 215, 208, 215, 219. I mean, just a few weeks ago, this thing was right around $200. So that one will probably not get below 200. The Darkness Ablaze just still slowly climbing. That sold 151, 156, 157, 157, 157. With a good amount of sales too. Like more than I feel like there should be. And Rebel Clash. We got a few recent sales for that. Someone got one on the 24th for $225, $235, $225, $208, $215, $225. Looks like the high sale is at $235 with 2 sales. Next, couple Sun and Moon booster boxes, Cosmic Eclipse. Love this set. Last sold $1,100. Wow. Not a ton of sales on here, of course. And Crimson Invasion booster box, very cheap. Last sold $250. $230 before that, $229 before that, but that $250 is the new high. Then I did check on eBay too for a couple of these. It's around that same price. Next, we got the XY Evolutions booster box coming up still. Last sold $900 on the 24th, $843 before that, $848, $839. And that was literally on the 24th too. Next, we got the Pokemon Center Lost Origin ETB, kind of leveling out right around $65 to $70. Last sold 64, 73, 75, 62, 61, 61. But the most recent sale is that 64 and then the 73 before that. Super nice box. If you really think about all the ETBs like Chilling Rain, it has Calrex on there. Brilliant Stars, it has Arceus. Lost Origin literally has the Giratina, and that is basically one of the best cards in all Sword and Shield, if not the best card. Next, we got the Arceus V-Star Premium Collection. Pretty decent little box. Good amount of packs. Looks like there's a Cosmic Eclipse pack in there too. This thing was $73, just coming up a little bit. 78. There's one for 88, 90, 78, 75, 75, 90, 80, 72. But that was a couple months ago. The last few sales, 78, 88, 89. So definitely moving up in price. Next, we got the Vaporeon VMAX Premium Collection. The Jolteon and Flareon are about the same price, still right around 120. But we got a sale here at 150, 145, 150, 150, 145. Definitely getting pretty expensive. And I definitely agree that Vaporeon is the best box out of the three. And I also like Vaporeon more than the other two. Next, we got the Eevee Evolutions box. I always like the colors on this one. And I love how they have all of the evolutions in there. I just wish they were a little bit better promos. Last sold 80, 80, 77, 90, 75, 75. Good amount of sales too. That's all in the last couple days. A couple more 75s there. All right, next we got the Charizard UPC. Still slowly climbing. Last sold 145, 155, 145, 149, 146, 140, 150, 150, 150. Next, we got the Mew EX Special Illustration Rare. This card is going wild. Super, super wild. I'm actually shocked. Was $78. Last sold 90, 90. We got 60. I'm guessing that's Japanese. 115. Wow. 100. 90, 90. Super, super crazy. Next, the Charizard EX. A ton of 151 cards are moving right now. That sold 120, 120, 125, 120, 138, 125, 122, 130. That's all on the 24th and the 25th. So we got a 150 right there on the 23rd. So a ton of action on this card right now. Same with the Blastoise. Moving up. I've been saying it forever. I'm shocked these cards were never hyped up. Last sold 48, 66, 45, 68, 55, 55. Next, the Pikachu Illustration Rare for 151, also climbing up. Was 16 bucks. 19, 19, 19, 22. And yeah, I've looked multiple times. I cannot find a card with more Gen 1 Pokemon than this card. I'm very, very confident that this holds the record for the most Generation 1 Pokemon in one card. Please, if you guys can find another one, let me know down in the comments. I could not. So, I think that card's super, super special. That's why I'm a little okay with getting a Terra Special Illustration Rare Pikachu. I feel like the crown will probably look decent on Pikachu. It'll probably look cute. And we got so many good illustration rares, trainer galleries of Pikachu already, that I'm okay with getting something a little different. As long as we're getting some regular cards like the Latias and Latios too. Gotta have those in the set. Next, the Venusaur EX. Also moving, not as crazy, but still 50, 50, 50, 50, 40, 50, 40. So if you can find these cards for good deals, I would probably pick them up as soon as you can, because it looks like these are the next ones that are getting hyped up. Next is Zapdos EX. Also coming up a little bit. Last sold 40, 38, 40, 40, 50, 39, 39, 50. In my opinion, this should be like the most expensive card in the set. We're getting 3 legendary birds. You can't really complain about the art. It's top tier. Next, the Charizard from Celebrations. Got down to 62 bucks. Last sold 70, 70, 72, 80, 75, 85, 71. All right, next, we got some Pokemon Center ETB promos. We got the Charmander here. Set to moderately played. Man, TCG players driving me nuts. Coming up in price was 21 bucks. Last sold 48, 40, 48, 45, 42. So this is the one reason too where I really feel like the best way to open Pokemon cards now, especially if you want to save money, just order a Pokemon Center ETB, crack that open right when the set comes out, and you know, you get the chance at getting your chase. then you get both promos. So that way you don't have to worry about getting those promos later. Because now imagine the people that want to do like master sets or get every illustration rare. They're technically going to want these Pokemon Center exclusive promos. And imagine paying almost the price of an ETB for the promo. So I strongly suggest just getting that Pokemon Center ETB right away, cracking that. You know, you get 11 packs, get the 2 awesome promos. One's exclusive that you know is going to go up in price. And then from there, you know, just buy singles. And if you want to do it, I like to just buy a random booster pack here and there. You're taking the gamble. You could easily pull your chase card. I've done it many times just from buying one sleeve booster. I pulled the Mew VMAX from Fusion Strike, well, my wife did. We pulled the Galarian Articuno from Chilling Reign. Like, we've pulled a ton of cards from just grabbing one random booster pack. And then that way it saves a ton of money. And yes, I know it's fun to open packs, but I just hate seeing people spend their hard-earned money. Like, how much do you love going to work? Just, it's so much smarter. Just buy a few things to open, you know, be smart with it, and then wait for the next set, start buying some singles, or when you see singles that are very, very cheap, you know, $5 or whatever, start picking them up. It's just the best way to do it. It's just so much easier and cheaper than going crazy. I've done it. I've gone crazy. I opened so many Hidden Fates tins. It was insane. I wasted so much money. I could have probably completed the set 3 times. That's how it is too. I seen a ton of people, someone just in my comments said they have all of these Scarlet and Violet sets completed. But I asked them, like, how much did you spend on each one of those sets? Because I bet he probably doesn't even know. Because when you're just buying boxes and boxes and opening packs, you're not really keeping track. So just save your money and be smart. Let's check a couple more of these promos. Let's do the Pikachu one. Love this one. It's got all 3 starters. Again, moderately played. Why? Coming up, I'm going to have to call TCG player. Last sold 35, 33, 27, 28, 28, 27. With those last couple sales there in the 30s. And we got to check that Snorlax for 151. And then I got to hit back twice because we got to change it to near mint. There we go. Snorlax is on near mint. Was 40. Got up to 60. Coming down a couple dollars. Last sold 50. Never mind. We got a sale here at 70. One with a picture. 66. 57, 55, 51. 48, 29, 52. But wow, $70 for that card is kind of crazy. And we'll do one more. Let's do the Koraidon, which I'm surprised it's a little more than the Miraidon. I think the Miraidon has the better art and is a more popular Pokemon. But this was $13.89. Last sold 25, 30, 32, 32. So that's why I am grabbing any Pokemon Center exclusive ETB promos that I can find for dirt cheap. Like the Mimikyu right here. Pokemon Center promo, market price $661. And then too, the Iron Bundle down here, market price is $840. That's not too bad. The Screamtail's getting up there, market price $15. The Teal Mask Ogerpon is $15. So there's a ton of value in these Pokemon Center ETB promos. You got to think, we've never had these before, ever. These ETBs are brand new, even for Sword and Shield. They didn't have promos. They didn't have 2 promos. So that's why I really, really feel like the Pokemon Center ETBs are going to be very special. All right, next, we got the Prime Catcher from Temporal Forces. I actually looked. I had this card, one of the few packs that I opened of Temporal Forces. And I had this card. It was 18 bucks. Very good for the TCG. Last sold 26. Someone got 4 of them. Usually, when people are playing the TCG, they need 4 copies. That's why there's 4. And 23, 25, 25, 27. Pretty good price for that card. Again, with the Regidrago V-Star, another one very, very good for the TCG. This card was $1.39. Last sold $12.64, 11, 1087, 1252. So definitely check out your cards. See if you got that Regidrago V-Star. Definitely post that thing for sale if you do. Next, the Greninja EX promos coming up in price. So it was $20 when it came out. Then it got down to $8.53, and now it's coming back up a little bit. Last sold 11, 1188, 1049, 1169, 1399. So that's good to see. A lot of people were excited for that. Same thing with the Kingdra too. I love the moon in this one. I feel like the Kingdra art is definitely better than the Greninja art. It's just Greninja's a lot more popular than Kingdra. So same thing, Kingdra's around 20. Last sold 815, 8, 927, 805, 848. What did it get down to? 742. So it's just coming back up literally a couple bucks. A couple sales in the 9s there. Right, next we got the Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith coming back up. Got down to $104. Last sold 126, 126, 115, 100, 100, 100. So literally just in the last day or two, we caught it before the graph even moved up. Next, a little bit of an older card here, but I was looking through a ton of cards for that top 100 under 100. And a bunch of the end supporter cards are moving up in price. Last sold, lightly played 67, 69, damage for 30, near mint $110. And then before that, it was 90. All right, we are hopping to PokeData.io, checking some of the baby shinies from Paldean Fates. Their PSA 10 cards are moving up in price. The Ra's kind of just chilling, but this card was $30 in a PSA 10. Now it's $57.99. I will admit the Mimikyu really does pop. Very, very nice. Again, the Entei baby shiny. Love this card. Was $40 on July 25th in a PSA 10. Now it's $53.65. See, yeah, the last sale, $55. Super nice baby shiny. Next, we got the Raichu coming up in price in the PSA 10. Got down to $205. It was $300 before that. Now finally coming back up, $232. Last sale, $240 in a 10. We got a Ra at $36 and a PSA 9 at $38. Next, we got the Tyranitar. Was $150. Now it's $291. Last sold $315 in a 10. Wow. Next, we got some Japanese cards. We got the Umbreon VMAX starting to come back up in a 10. Got down to $1,377. Now it's $1,565. Ra was $755. All right, next we got the Roaring Moon EX Special Art Rare. So if you guys didn't know, for Japanese cards, you call them art rares. And then for English cards, you call them illustration rares. Coming up in price a little bit, was $80. Last sold $100, $95, $88, $89, $73. But yeah, that $100 PSA 10 sale is pretty good for this card. Next, the Dragonite V alternate art. Slowly coming back up in price. Ra was $109. Now it's about $120. PSA 10 was $166. Now $169. But the last sale here, $172, $180 in a 10. So definitely starting to trend back up. There's not really a ton of movement for Japanese cards right now. They're either coming down or just completely level. So it's just good to see a few sales, you know, of them actually moving up. Next, we got the Rayquaza V. Coming up a good amount, was $205 in a PSA 10, now $282. Last sold to $282, and then Ra was $150, $160. A 9 was $107, and then the 10 before the $282 was $212. All right, next we got the 151 Pokemon card booster box. Still just slowly climbing. Was $66. It is getting harder to find these boxes below $70 now. Last sold $70, $66, $77, $87, $65, $79, $59. That's pretty good. But yeah, definitely moving up a little bit. I am stocking up on these while I can. And last on the list, we got the V-Star Universe. Still the same thing, you know, $65. Last sold $55, $90, $70, $70, $60, $61, $85. But again, same thing. It's getting tougher and tougher to find these boxes below that $70 mark. So I have a feeling these will get back up to $100. I'm not sure when. It's probably going to be super, super slow, especially with all these new good sets coming out. But these are awesome classic Japanese sets. And for this price, it's definitely worth picking up a few, in my opinion. But all right, that was today's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do see anything moving up or down in the market, or if anything sells out, please let me know. It helps out so much. And if you guys could do me a massive favor and hop over to my Instagram, that would really, really mean a ton. I post something there every single day, whether it's something from my personal collection or Pokemon related news, like sets or cards being revealed, or, you know, good deals, stuff like that. And if you want to support even more, you can now join my membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great morning. And if you want to watch my last Sunday video, which I worked so hard on, that top 100 under 100, click this video here. And then I also do have the playlist too, with the top 50 under 50 all the way down to 10 if you guys want to check that out. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.